am from a noble tribe like the Yorubas. I am Igbo. I am building my word, and Big Brother would be even forced to admit, if he was being honest to his master, that I have been building my word. On my dead son, my uncle, everything. I have no intention to lie or to deny anybody, to lift a finger to stop anybody, regardless of race or even sexual orientation or anything else, from getting their rightful place that God has given them, if I believe that is the case. Now, what is going on is a battle between the people who God chose, okay, like Moses and the prophets, who wish to cause a certain amount of social change, religious, spiritual, mind, body, soul change, and the Masons who believe that they select people using their pseudoscience like psychiatry and eugenics. When you feed into psychiatry, you are feeding into the Masonic argument that they know best. Psychiatrists are part of the network of philosophers, students, bootlickers, and cowards who share cultural values with the Freemasons, the Age of Enlightenment philosophies, the Jacobins, all these kind of pussies, the Rosicrucians, all these kind of lowlifes who have plagued humanity for years, who symbolize their movements with snakes because they want to snake the royal family out of their rightful place. The Antichrist trying to take the place of Christ, Satan trying to take the place of God, okay? And the people who are great warriors, who have martial arts codes like Egyptians and Igbos and Yorubas, okay? We are the most likely to be disgusted. Why? Because we are the people they fled. Okay, we know that the Bible is true. Our people were there. It's in our DNA to know we saw God. We saw God side with the Jews. We saw them leave. And some of us are related to those Jews. Okay? So we know better. It's in our blood, literally. So when they're screening out our blood, they're screening out that kind of instinctual memory, that encoded instinct, that genetic component that works with your mind, body, and soul to understand that, hey, he's telling the truth. I know this because my ancestors saw this happen. It goes that deep. So yes, my family is not the main, African family, if you will, in the eyes of most people. But when you study Igbo culture intensely, you see that my village is the most important to those, certainly those from my tribe. It's one of the biggest, and I'm not going to go into too much detail, but yes, I am the royal family of that very important place that is a central place in Igbo culture, and I don't mean to disrespect or take away from any Igbo village or grouping. But these are the facts. My rightful place, chosen by God, like Moses, is as a prince of my people. And in that place, I am supposed to determine and to decipher God's will. Not a government that has separated church from state. They say it's the law of the jungle. It is the law of nature and God. How dare you people call yourselves natural deists and then say, well, our interpretation of the jungle is superior to those who conquered us because they were superior to our sniveling little society. You are traitors to God. You have betrayed your people, our culture, and anyone who sides with you is hanging out in a pit of snakes, a den of snakes. You are serpents. You are the children of the devil because you think like him. You want to snake me like the great serpent. You are snakes. You are misleaders. You destroy the family like the snake in the garden. You are snakes. Spiritually, you are snakes. You're spiritual animal. You're what do the Native Americans say? I'll put in the comments, your spirit animal is a fucking snake. And I am the falcon God put in charge like Narmer. Do you really need me to elaborate more about the consequences of going against God Almighty? Oh, he has this crazy look in his eyes and he can fight because of his mental illness. No, it's encoded in my fucking blood to be a warrior. Do warriors have a little Bill Gates, bitch nigga psychiatrist look in their eyes? Or did they conquer and civilize with this look in their royal bloodline eyes?